Hi, I'm Andrei Minkov, and in this video, I'll walk you through the pros and cons of filing your trademarks through online trademark filing services.
Get it trademarked with Trademark Factory.
There are thousands of websites, law firms, attorneys, trademark agents who promise to help you trademark your brands, right? But essentially, they're just four radically different ways of doing it. You can file your trademarks yourself. You can use traditional law firms and attorneys. You can go with the company that I founded, Trademark Factory, or you can use an online trademark filing service. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain the benefits and dangers of using such services. I'm also recording videos about the benefits and dangers of traditional law firms and attorneys, and also of filing your trademarks yourself. Make sure you watch those videos as well. So let's go through the pros and cons of online trademark filing services. Online trademark filing services are one of the most common options people choose due to the very low fee that they charge for filing a trademark. However, they create a false sense of security by focusing on the filing of your trademark for a very low price, rather than providing the full scope of services necessary to get your trademark registered. So how do you know you're dealing with an online trademark filing service? Well, just because they have a website where you can buy their services doesn't make them an online trademark filing services. Many law firms that cover the entire trademarking process have web interfaces that allow you to buy their services online. Trademark Factory, that covers the entire trademarking process, also has an interface that allows you to buy our services online, but none of that makes us an online trademark filing services. In other words, a website with a form and an online payment system is not what matters. What matters is the scope of services you can expect to receive in exchange for your money. So when I say online trademark filing services, I'm referring to services that generate a trademark application based on the data you enter into a form on their website, and they file it with the trademarks office on your behalf. Their job is done once your application has been filed. From here on out, it's the same thing as if you filed your application yourself. Your trademark application will not have an attorney of record or a registered trademark agent. So really, the simplest way to find out if you're about to deal with an online trademark filing service is to just ask them one simple question. Most of them have chat support, some of them have phone support. Just ask them one question. Will the trademark application that you'll help me file have an attorney of record? Or will this just be as if I filed it on my own? If they say that it will not have an attorney of record, know that you're dealing with an online trademark filing service. Very simple. And by the way, all of this means is that if you or your company are not US residents, you cannot file a US trademark using such services, because in the US, only US residents can file US trademarks without having a US attorney of record, right? So if they don't provide you with a US attorney of record and you're not a US resident, you can't file a US trademark. And I know that some of their interfaces kind of make that semi-clear, but knowing how people fill out the form, I know that some of you would consider providing a fake residency information. Don't do that. You're just wasting your money. You're jeopardizing the chances of your trademark application ever going through. Because if you lie to the trademarks office about your resident status, they'll refuse your application and you can't fix it later. So don't provide incorrect information just to bypass the technical limitations that some of the online trademark filing services have in their interfaces. They will basically tell you, if you're not a US resident, you can't use this. Don't tell them you're from America when you're not. Simple as that. Okay. But even aside from that, filing is only step one in a long and complex process. Once your trademark application is filed, it'll take about a year or more to complete the process. Now, during this time, the Trademarks Office will issue at least one office action against 68% of all applications. You'll be expected to respond to all such office actions, objections, and refusals, or hire an attorney to do so. And that's not what they cover with their service because they filed it, they're done. Right? And just so you know, paying an attorney to respond to an office action on your behalf often costs at least $1,000, which can elevate the cost of the entire trademarking process to over $5,000. And doing it yourself requires specialized knowledge and time that most small business owners and entrepreneurs simply don't have. Online trademark filing services are a viable option for business owners looking for a simplified way of getting their trademark process started, as long as they're prepared to assume the risk of their trademark being refused and paying much more than what they initially projected. Now, there are two major advantages to using online trademark filing services. Now, first of all, the filing process is very easy. No need to deal with confusing government online forms, which are horrendous, right? If you know exactly what needs to go into your trademark application, such services can save you a lot of time in the filing stage. Also, you only pay a nominal fee, right? Usually $299 or less on top of the government fees, right? However, there are also a bunch of disadvantages. So let me go through them. Disadvantage number one, you're getting a trademark filing facilitation service, not legal advice, not legal service. Now think about this. If these services are so great, why don't companies that own thousands of trademarks around the world, why don't they use them? That would have saved them tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But instead, they choose to get their trademarks done right. Now, isn't that interesting, right? Now, disadvantage number two, you must be a US resident to file US trademarks without an attorney, right? Online trademark filing services do not appoint an attorney to handle your application, which means that if you're not a US resident and you need to get a US trademark, you can't do it through an online trademark filing service. Simple as that. Now, disadvantage number three, your application will not be reviewed beyond obvious errors and spelling mistakes. Because of unnecessary government regulation and red tape, only attorneys are allowed to provide legal advice. Since online trademark filing services are not acting as your attorneys, they can't provide legal advice. Even if they know the right answer, they're not allowed to give it to you by law, right? Especially in the US and Canada, everyone is terrified of being accused of what they call unauthorized practice of law. That's why when you file your trademark through an online trademark filing service, no one checks your application for descriptiveness, genericness, or legal compliance. As a result, your trademark application is as good as the data you provide when you fill out their form. Garbage in, garbage out. Disadvantage number four, search reports, if provided at all, come without a legal opinion on whether your trademark is registrable. You need to make your own conclusions. This is also because of the fear of it being considered unauthorized practice of law. Now, they can provide automated search results, but they cannot provide meaningful conclusions that you can actually act upon. So, unfortunately, most brand owners will not be able to make correct conclusions based on the raw data presented to them this way. So, be very careful with those search reports. Disadvantage number 5, your application will not have an attorney of record or a trademark agent on file. After your trademark is filed, you're on your own. We've talked about that. Disadvantage number 6, responses to substantive office actions, examiners' reports, objections, and refusals are not covered. Now, filing is easy. The real work begins after the Trademarks Office reviews your application in a few months. And as I already mentioned, the Trademarks Office will issue at least one office action for 68% of all filed trademark applications, which means that in 68% of the cases, that's 2/3, you will need to hire an attorney to fix a poorly drafted application for $300 to $500 an hour, if it's even possible to fix it at that stage. Respond to the office action yourself, again, assuming it's still possible at that stage. And your third option would be to let your trademark application die, which a lot of brand owners end up doing because they don't know how to fix it and they don't have the budget to get it done by a professional. And guess what? Attorneys can easily bill you for over 10 or even 20 hours of their time to respond to office actions about descriptiveness and the likelihood of confusion. Now, they don't do it because they're mean and greedy. I mean, some of them are, but typically they do it because these are the most complex types of office actions to respond to. The chances you're going to be able to successfully overcome these objections yourself without an experienced trademark attorney are slim to none. Disadvantage number 7, hidden costs and upsells. Now, if you run a Google search for trademark registration services, you will see ads that promise to trademark your brand for $199, $99, $69, and $47. We've seen those. Even government fees aside, which, by the way, is a surprise to a lot of brand owners that $47 wouldn't include the government fees. Like, even aside from that, prepare to pay more than the advertised price. Often, you need to pay extra for each class of goods and services in your application. Often, you need to pay extra for a pre-filing trademark search. Often, you need to pay extra to get your trademark filed without an artificial wait in a queue, and so on and so on. But look, all of this is minor. What really matters is, I already mentioned, responding to office actions is not covered. When you get a bill for $5,000 to take care of a complex office action, it will matter very little if you filed your trademark for $49 or $299, right? So that's the biggest concern here. Disadvantage number 8, no refunds for refused trademarks, no money back guarantee. Now, this one is self-explanatory. Once they file your trademark application, you will never see your money again if your trademark does not go through. So, as a summary, online trademark filing services make it very easy for you to get your application filed, but then you're on your own. Nobody's helping you beyond filing your trademark. Well, their fees only cover the services relating to filing your mark and, at best, some technical follow-up to notify you of updates. You don't get anyone helping you ensure your trademark covers you as your business grows. You don't get anyone helping you evaluate the chances of your trademark before it gets filed. You need to figure out what constitutes acceptable specimens of use or other evidence to get your brand trademarked. You don't have an attorney of record or a registered trademark agent handling your application. And when your application is rejected, you're on your own. Do not expect any refunds. Now, the big advantage of online trademark filing services is that they make getting the trademarking process started really simple. And the big disadvantage of online trademark filing services is that they make getting the trademarking process started deceptively simple. Now, by way of comparison, Trademark Factory makes the entire trademarking process simple for you. Every single step of the trademarking process is handled by experienced attorneys and trademark agents. One flat fee covers the entire trademarking process from filing to registration. and provides insurance for all office actions. Trademark Factory gives you the certainty of knowing your trademarking budget up front, no matter how many objections are raised against your trademark application. No hidden costs, no billable hours, you pay once and you never see another invoice from us. Everything is covered by a 100% money-back guarantee. Your trademark is approved or you get a full refund. And yes, we do have a 99.3% rate of success, unprecedented in this industry. Trademark Factory is the best option for business owners who are serious about their brands and who want to know exactly how much the entire process will cost before they get started. Now, this is also the best option for business owners looking for insurance in the form of a full refund in case the trademark application is refused. Now, having said that, our flat fee may seem too high for those whose business is more of a hobby than a serious endeavor, right? We don't do $69 trademarks. That's ridiculous. Also, what we've discovered is that large companies, large corporations may prefer their trademarks to be handled by an in-house legal team or a full scope law firm, simply because the advantages that we offer as a firm that only focuses on trademarking and nothing else, these advantages may be less important to you if you're already spending high 5 or even 6 figures on lawyers, right? So, but if you're a startup or an entrepreneur or a small business and you want to get your trademarks done right, we could be the right fit for you. And I just invite you to follow the link in the description to this video and see for yourself. If we're a good fit, get the process started. And if we're not, that's fine too. And until then, I will see you in the next video.